think my audio set up right. No. God damn it. I think my audio messed up. Okay, one moment. Desktop should be connected to this. Apply. Okay. Let's see.
Good. Unfortunately, your friends aren't handling their cyber...
Increase the volume a tiny bit, so I think that changed the volume a bit. I'll mess with it as it goes. Yeah, this has to be at yellow at the base, since that's what my normal volume is.
corruption nearly as well.
Okay, still not there. Sorry about this, I was expecting this to be set up already.
Oh, you guys are the best.
What does that make me? Hmm?
Fashionably late. But hey, you tried.
By the way, it's been like 2 weeks since I last played it. Stop growling and let me speak.
We're out of time. I command you to save us.
Ah, there we go. I'm playing this cutscene again simply because this whole episode's dedicated to this. Hopefully, it'll be done this episode. I'm hoping. Y'all most likely know how this goes. So let's just... And we descended. Like, you've seen it before, nothing happened. Like, just punched the crystal, parried a few times. Want to see how I played it last time? Literally go watch my video. But most likely, since this boss has existed for almost a year now, the way this has been, you've probably seen it. And I've learned something that I now need to do with why he kept hitting.
This shell was once my prison. Now it shall be the avatar of my return. All shall perish. All shall return to order. To oblivion.
Forward. I need that right? No. I did not do it right. And I can't here. Oh, actually not. There we go. Perfect. That. Like I said, it's been like a few weeks since I last played. And stomp. I can do it again. And stomp. And do it again. Oh. Huh? Like, maybe? Oh. What the hell? Ooh. Oh. Hi, pal. No, I'd rather do this. What? Alright, so now we have to protect them. Whoa, what? Where am I? Why can't I move? What? The fuck? Whoa. God, I don't know why. I keep thinking... Oh. Oh, dealt enough damage for his next attack. Oh, wait a minute. Does not seem good. Oh, not me hit that again. It's having a tantrum again. Again. I can do it again, because I'm clearly doing something wrong. There it is. Now then. Can't heal. Go. Again, getting on to it. Yep, Sonic. Damn it. I am not that good at parrying. Like, I'm okay at it, but I'm not, like, used to it. Then here, parry, heavy. Oh. There it is. Do you wish there were multiple? You gotta be cool, in my opinion, if there were multiple. Yep. Hi, the button. God damn it. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna do it perfect first time. It's gonna take a bit. Can I just keep doing this? I'm curious. was not paying attention to my rings, so I died. Goodbye. What? Come on. There we go. Oh, there's not a phase 3. Hit the moon.
Sonic, hit now or never!
Sorry, Master
With
King.
the Sonic X.
Looks like I'm going all out after all.
Is he actually like stuck, or is he falling right now? Is he flashing on the moon? Oh. I thought it was closer than that, I'm gonna be honest. Had to do it. This could be a good screenshot. I doubt Sonic died. Oh. Let's just start playing Unleash's intro real quick. It has intro music, doesn't it? It's been a while since I last saw Unleash.
Look! There he is!
The mouse. I'm sorry. He's fine. Right? Yeah, I knew it. Well, Supersonic technically did not win a fight without a scratch.
You did well, Sage. It's time to head home, dear daughter.
Home. I like the sound of that. Father.
I feel like I can actually talk about the DLC. With my nose bouncing, I'm just kidding. Not gonna annoy you. So the DLC, I like the storytelling they chose instead of the way it was before. I think it's better. I'm assuming these are the exact same credit sound, since it does sound like Dear Father. Oh no, it's a different one. It's a different one because Sage isn't dead. I do think that change of instead of Sage killing herself was smart because I don't think there was as much of an impact before. Now they have the ability to build it up in case they do want to do something like that. Sonic doing what he does and boosting Supersonic as if it was enough was stated literally earlier in the game, and I'm glad Final Horizons actually makes it because you cannot tell me Supersonic could not handle the original version of the end, because the only thing the Supreme Titan seemed to have done under Sage's control is shoot the edge, which did not look like did any damage, and then throw Sonic, who then boosted his own speed. I do like the idea of instead of being thrown as well, it's shot out of a cannon. That is a smart approach of how Sonic would get enough speed without needing other people. Because that gun would have been powerful enough to harm Supersonic if you failed a quick time event. And I do kind of hate that the only change they made to the Supreme's design was arms out of the jets. I do kind of wish they made it like more corrupted or like starting like turning to the edge. But like, to be fair, the Titans already are really good designs. It just feels like Supreme seems too similar to Giganto's design, in my opinion. But it's fine since the fight was a lot better. The fight was definitely a lot better. And the fact that I actually had no idea what to do proved the difficulty of this. Because if there was like an indicator, it would have helped. So it's like with the indicator, I figured out what to do. There was no indicator actually. I looked it up and guide real quick about how to do that, just how to beat the first phase. That feeling there were multiple phases. Indeed, there were. And then I didn't know I would have to like hit R, by the way, after doing my first attack, and then I would be allowed to attack the wire, which then worked well. And I'm glad it's not you need to perfect parry. You don't need to parry during that fight, really. You take damage, but you don't really need to parry, which is nice. And when you do, it's like, it's not like you have to time those arms swinging perfectly. And that's not even like a thing you need to do. That's a choice thing. I think they did the boss better. I think they did. Despite not fighting the moon, it would be cool to see maybe the end come back. And because in the original fight, it talks about multiple vessels and bodies that it uses. I think it would be cool to see it come back. Not like as the moon though, and not just like as a rehash, but maybe as like a weakened version in one of its different forms. That way it can connect to Frontiers more. And Frontiers is a one-off. Like, stuff on Frontiers works well. It's a good game, and Final Horizons fixes that final island, but makes it too hard. I think the difficulty here should just be in extreme mode. That's my personal belief. The difficulty on this version of the game on hard mode should be the extreme mode. The hard mode should be less down, and I think the hard mode, literally, of the easy mode of this, from what I could tell by the perfect parry, was the hard mode of the normal Frontiers. I played through it multiple times, so I would know. I think they should have like toned down the difficulty a bit more, especially, and I think what they should have done, instead of just rehashing the bosses, I think they should have updated Wyvern. I think they should have made Wyvern a bit better when it comes to perfect pairing. The Giganto works fine despite the finickiness of his spin attack. He works fine. You just aren't used to it by this point in the game. And then Knight works very well because the perfect parry, you only need to parry like two things. The sword whenever he attacks, and then you can do an attack. It's not like a forced thing though, like Wyvern was. Wyvern's perfect parry forcedness, and I'll continue in a second.
So, that was fun. But I guess it's time we got moving. I know you all have big plans.
You're gonna hardly recognize me when we see each other again.
I wonder if Cream and Sticks are free. Make a road trip out of it.
It'll be good to get back to my island. At least for a while.
We're wasting daylight. Let's go.
And here comes Vandalize. Don't think any more dialogue occurs, because this credit scene looks like the exact same one. I mean, it was a fine credit scene. We didn't really need much more than this for Sonic and friends. The thing I also noticed about when they did the other one, along with like having Sonic Fall, they did not have the others reappear from cyberspace or regain their original bodies. They just were already like that. Which isn't needed, to be fair. They don't need to have that shown. Okay. Like I was saying though, with Wyvern, they should have, I think, changed his gimmick, or made the parry not be like a way to like attack it and then parry, or like parry gets the bonus attack and then like attacking it though at the same time, or holding block can let Sonic grab it and then throw it back. Like, sure, that would take more programming and make it not the Wyvern fight, but it's too... The Wyvern fight is the only thing that makes that trial, in my opinion, hard. I played in a hard mode, and when I beat Wyvern, I had 30 rings, and I almost beat Knight. I just ran out of rings. I got him to his second phase within one attack cycle because of the Silent power. If I just had more rings, it would have been fine, because Wyvern took, I think, from 280 to 30 rings, which is way too much for that type, where you can't replenish them. If you could replenish them at Wyvern, if we do that same math, I lost 250. If I had 400, I would have been at it should be 150. I don't know why I was going to say 170. It should be 150, which would have been more than enough rings for 9. They made it a lot of systems here too harsh, and I have tried the cyberspace missions, which I don't know if I'll do a bonus video on. I'll do a bonus video doing the story stuff, like talking to the different characters and all that, at some point. Hopefully before November. Hopefully, don't quote me on that, because hold me to that, because I be busy. The dog is staring at the door. That sucks. But yeah, I think this worked well. The difficulty was just the main issue. I think, like, I love the way the other characters played, honestly. They all had uniqueness. The tarot cards worked well for Amy. Tails is definitely the most overpowered in terms of mobility. Being able to summon the Cyclone. No, it's not. Is it the Cyclone? I don't remember what the Sonic Adventure 2 jet plane was. I think the thing coming to my head is Cyclone, but I don't think that's right. I do not. I was pinged by Slade. Sorry about cutting out the audio. I was pinged. But yeah. So yeah, I think it worked well. I think it was just a bit too difficult, dude. A bit too difficult. Yeah, I think it was just a bit too difficulty, but I think it worked well. Like, all of them had really good uniqueness between them. It works. It's a good deal. It's a good update, though, I will say. Don't play it if you aren't the best at managing rage or handling losing at a game, because you're gonna lose a lot going through it. And like I got mad, which is a normal thing for me. But like because I can control it, I kept playing. I mean, it doesn't really hinder my ability all that much to play games. But yeah, it works well. It's a good game. I think they made the difficulty too much for the different game modes. And Perfect Parry for Wyvern does not hurt. For Supreme, Knight, and Giganto, so Supreme / the end, it all worked well in my opinion. Because you didn't need to necessarily parry. You could still do damage without parrying. But yeah. So it works well, I enjoyed it, but there are improvements that they could make. But it's good that this was pretty good. And yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. I think we're about to get an Eggman post-credit, and then One Way Dream. No, this is One Way Dream. Wait, did I miss Vandalize? Or is it Vandalize next? I'll see. But yeah, I think it worked well. Obviously no real new music. There was revamps, I think. I liked the music though for the normal other characters though. They all had like pretty good music, and like I think they all worked well. I obviously haven't finished them yet, and I would have to do it at some point. Yeah. They obviously cared enough about this to improve it. But there are improvements they could still make, but to be fair, it's not perfect. I think Sonic is a reputation of not being perfect, which is good, because that just allows them to improve when they actually improve. There is definitely some... No, it just ends. Wow. But, yeah. So, all that... I don't know what else to really talk about this. I think the way cyberspace handled, I think certain things like the moon tokens need to be a bit more lenient. At least in the one mission I played, moon tokens need to be more lenient. And I think so does the Tails thing. Since you would have to play like really high, really well to do the Tails thing. And the fact that if you did the only way to actually beat Tails, the map would change. That didn't really help with the chair over there, I think it was. It was a Green Hill stage. I don't know. But yeah, this was a pretty good update, and I did enjoy it. It was a nice few hours of just enjoyment and content. But I think there were still improvements they could make for future ideas like this, because this works well. Really good for Sonic, and, well, I hope they don't abandon it, because it worked well for Sonic. I do hope that they use like some of the abilities for other characters' future. I think for a few games we might not get, a few Sonic games specifically, we might not get Amy, Tails, and possibly even Knuckles inside of like the storyline because of what's happening, and we might actually get more side character stuff. At this point, characters like Shadow and all that are side characters. They have not really had any good spotlight recently. Last time I think Shadow and all of them had spotlight was Forces. I recall. I'm talking about mainline here, not like any side stuff. But yeah, it didn't really go the best because yeah. Oh, damn it. But yeah, pretty good experience. Really enjoyed it. There are some improvements that I feel like would make this a lot better. But to be fair, it's just nice to have an improvement to the ending of this game. That is still just nice to have. So I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. And thank you for watching this long.